Hey guys, Rob here with McDojoLife. Today we're going to be addressing the brown elephant in the room, the oil check. Let's watch an example, then let's break it down. Now you're probably wondering what the hell it was that you just got done watching. That was an oil check, also known as an ass clamp. Now we're going to talk about the legalities of whether or not you can or cannot do that in wrestling, MMA, and jiu-jitsu and all that good stuff. But first, here's a little detailed description of what exactly an ass clamp or an oil check is.
The butt drag is a major tool to utilize. You can control any man by his asshole. The old school wrestlers, when they butt drag you, they're going to grab some. They're gonna grab some meat on you, okay? I'm telling you, because I'm a turtle player, like I swear to God, I'm still looking for his rings on my ass, okay? They grab you, like, they'll pull your, if you're a man, they will pull your sack off your ass.
Hopefully that very detailed description kind of let you know a little bit more about what an oil check or an ass clamp is. I personally think that they are two different things, to be honest. I think an oil check is where you put your fingers inside your opponent's orifice, and I think that an ass clamp is actually quite legal. You can grab a hold of the meat and pull yourself across, and sometimes a finger may slip or two, but it's not intentional. So I think that that's a big thing. In the video that we watched earlier, that video showed very intentionally that the person was trying to do it, and you can see clearly the ref slapped the hand away to make him stop. There was no penalties that seemed given or anything like that. The match didn't stop. There was no disqualification. Now, is this a legal technique? Are you allowed to do this? Well, according to the unified rules of MMA, in MMA, you're not allowed to do this. Intentionally placing a finger into any orifice or into any cut or laceration of your opponent is illegal. A fighter may not place their fingers into an open laceration in an attempt to enlarge the cut. A fighter may not place their fingers into an opponent's nose, ears, mouth, or any body cavity. And I would think that the hole in the rear is a body cavity. Now, in jiu-jitsu, this is also illegal from a lot of things that I've seen. Again, I think grabbing the meat seems to be quite legal, but according to Naga, which I went with Naga just because it's a very common jiu-jitsu tournament, IBJJF, 5 grappling, all that other stuff is there. I just went to one that was quite easy to find. You are not allowed to put your finger into any orifice. So, seems to be not really legal in jiu-jitsu either. Now, wrestling, on the other hand, I had a little bit of a harder time finding anything clean cut that said you're not allowed to do that. Now, of course, there's a lot of different tournaments, there's a lot of different rule sets, just like in jiu-jitsu, there's a lot of different, like there's a Greco-Roman, and there's freestyle. There's a lot of different times, right? But from what I can tell, it doesn't seem to be legal, but it doesn't really seem to be illegal. It's kind of like, whoops, it happened and we move on with life. It seems like they really frown upon it when you do it intentionally, but if you're just trying to grab the meat to give yourself some leverage, it's not illegal. I will say this on the other hand, though. There have been a lot of arrests and sexual assault charges because of this technique. If you go back, you can just type in wrestling oil check or wrestling ass clamp, arrest, or a sexual assault, and you'll find all kinds of articles of high school kids being arrested, or even college level kids being arrested for doing this to people. So I would definitely say that you need to make sure that you mind your P's and Q's on the mat, because it could equal some legal repercussions that you might not be prepared for or want. So I would definitely stray away from this. You know, it's up to you. You're going to take your chances, but it seems to be illegal in pretty much every combat sport there is. So I'd stay away from it. You know, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, because I know a lot of people have different thoughts and comments and opinions on this. So please drop them in the comment section below. Thank you all for the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, and all that other crap. Keep the martial arts legit.